Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Wednesday. Guys, I'm pleased to say I think my Bitcoin dominance theory was correct. Therefore, by default, the fractal Farquad strikes again. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Tell your friends and your family. Tell everyone to subscribe. Because here, you only get the best information, the best data, the best charts, the best humor, the best looking, the most humble genius within the entire cryptocurrency space. Happy Wednesday, guys. Let's get into some charts. I'm super stoked. Woo! What's going on, Fahid? What's going on, Shanimac? Tom Selleck's GOAT. Shanimac again. Me. Shanimac again, and that pulse player. Wow, market couldn't even give me 3 days above the impossible 21-cent resistance to fall 20% today. On cookie. Dang. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. That was going on with ADA for the longest time, dude. ADA could not get a pump without Bitcoin dragging it right back down. Hey! What's going on, guys? Let's see. Bitcoin 118,657. Look at these beautiful wicks right here. Bunch of bear traps. Everyone is very upset right now. Market's getting a little bit of a pullback, which we kind of expected with this Bitcoin dominance call. Check this out. I mean, come on. You can't make this stuff up. So we got our little left shoulder. We got our little dip, our bounce off of 60, and our rejection, hopefully right at 62. If we close below 62, there's a good chance that we might continue to the downside, which would spell relief for altcoins. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty excited. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. I appreciate you for being here. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday is my favorite day of the week, obviously, besides the weekend. John said, hello, smash the like. Are we barren? I don't know, actually. I don't know how to feel right now. I'm not worried, because we've been calling this for like 3 or 4 days. With Bitcoin nearing the 60% mark, we knew that that was going to be a strong support line, and it wasn't going to break easily, and we bounced right off of it and headed right back up to 62. If you guys have been here, you know that I've had this blue line on this Bitcoin dominance chart for at least like 3 or 4 days, possibly longer. But I have the memory of goldfish, so. Okay, let's see. We got to go back to Bitcoin and refresh our liquidation heat map as per usual. Did you guys see my latest upload? Yeah. And again, I'm probably going to retry it with maybe one of the different suggestions that the AI gave, but for now, I don't think we have anything to worry about AI stealing our relationship. 117,450. Now, I did just get contacted by the company, actually, whose AI I used, 116,522, for a affiliate link. So I'm probably going to put that in the description just in case you guys want to sign up. 118,885. It does cost money, but see if you can riz Mave better than I did, because, man, I was bored. 119,813. I think I'm going to do another one where I pick a different character. Maybe one that's like not a British baker. I don't know why I read that. I don't know. I guess I was trying to go for like the safe route, like in real life. But it's an AI, you know what I mean? Was she? I'm glad I'm not the only one, dude. I was so bored. I felt bad. I've never encountered that in my entire life. Like, not in real life, dude. Never. The Heat said would be nice to see Bitcoin moon hard, leaving alts behind for a few days, then another alt run. That might happen. That might happen. So we got our liquidation points. It looks like we're heading up towards the top right there to liquidate some bulls. Or I'm sorry, some bears. So that'll be entertaining. Tom said straight yawning. You should try it being see where it goes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. The first time I got straight up rejected, I went in a little too confident. It's so embarrassing. I was like, whoa, excuse me? Because I'm paying for this, you know? But that's where, like, you get into that weird mentality of the whole thing. Like, that's where it gets a little dangerous, you know? I don't want to be the short guy in the bagel shop. Okay. Anyways, Bitcoin 118,690 looking good, heading towards that 118,885 liquidation. And we got a gigantic chunk right above us, so it could just eat right through all of those. There's a lot of money right there. Quite possibly $1 billion. That said, like, why are you her coworker? I don't know, man. Maybe I didn't read the preface, but it was weird. And then the entire, I didn't notice until I was editing the actual photo of her. There's like a baking powder handprint on her butt cheek. I was like, oh, maybe she isn't as boring as I thought. But then again, why would she turn down her coworker if she's getting handprints on her, you know, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. And it's AI, so it's even more weird. It's definitely a strange conversation to be having. ETH is down 3.26%, getting a little pullback. We broke below 36.99. A little bounce off of 35.60. And a wick down to 35.21. We didn't quite make it all the way down to 35 yet, though, which is good. We're showing some strength at this little double support zone, which is exactly what we want to see. Hopefully we get a bounce here. We don't want to set up a right shoulder. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. baking back. We'll have to show her our chocolate long john. Little daily close price callback in there. Sol, I think one of my favorite things is maybe we'll see if we can take Grok on a date. Not the companion one, but just regular Grok, because it like knows me. And it freaked me out in the video when I was doing the research. It was like something so and so, since you like cryptocurrency and gaming or something like that. And I was like, what? How do you know? But it like went back and referenced the stuff that I had previously like asked about, which is kind of funny. Okay, Sol broke below 200. It broke above 200 for a quick second, and then we broke below it and came back for a little support pullback to 184. Get a nice bounce off of 184 right now. What's funny is we broke below. This shows you how strong these points of confluence are. We broke below, and then we had nothing but red candles on the 4 hour until we reached this 184 support level, and now suddenly the candle's green. So it shows you that it's not just like gibberish nonsense, me throwing lines on the chart. It seems that way, and it kind of is that way sometimes, but they do have confluence with previous price action. I don't know if it's bots or people or psychology. Who knows? It could be astrology, psychology. You can make up whatever word you want to try to make it make sense, but it just makes sense. You don't have to try and define it in order for it to make sense. It just makes sense. 189.73, current price down 7.76%. Little pullback. Where's our RSI? Oh, there it is. So on ETH, we're right below 50 on the RSI. It's not quite there to cross bullish over the moving average yet. And our momentum wave, after being overbought for a considerably long period of time, it has pulled back and is now almost oversold. Bitcoin's just lingering in the middle on the RSI and the momentum wave, which maybe signals a volatile move coming in soon. But yeah, Sol sitting right in the middle as well. And your momentum wave also in the middle. Total 3 down 5.5%. Getting a nice bounce off of 1 trillion. That should be a strong support level for total 3. So we'll see if we start to get some more action out of altcoins. Obviously, Bitcoin dominance is going to be a defining factor in that as well. So obviously, we'll have to keep an eye on this, see where this closes, and see if it has any correlation to total 3. Bouncing off of 1 trillion. We did a little quick fake out below, maybe trap some bears. I don't know if total 3 is even tradable, or maybe that's psychological for the regular altcoins and all that stuff. I will say, I've been in a hefty trade all day, and I have been red. In the red up until like 5 minutes ago. I'm back to break even, so we're doing a little bit better than we were this morning. ADA's down 9.42%. Got a little pullback, break below 82.03, currently sitting at 81.85. We're going to have support at 74.63, probably 75 as well. 80 should be also psychological level. Do we have any? Yeah, we do have lines above. We haven't been up here in so long, I guess. Let me look. Is 80 have relevance besides psychological? Not really. What if I said sell? It might be time. It might be time. Everyone's got their own way of doing things. Yeah, I would look for 80, just psychological support. I mean, we got this line here, don't we? Is that what that is? Yeah. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of green off of that right now. RSI bouncing off of 40, momentum wave pushing to the downside. We'll see if this results in further downside from here. We could do with the pullback. Giovanni said, JJ, what's going on, Giovanni? SNEK is down 10.22% on the day, currently trading at 36.320. Little support at 35.161. We were above 40 for a hot second, and then we broke back below that, and are now heading down. See if we hold. If we lose 35, then we're probably heading to 30. 30 should be a pretty strong support, though. We'll see where we go from here. XRP is down 10.15% on the day, currently trading at 318. We broke below our upper trend line, which we were trading above for a quick moment, but we broke below that, came back down all the way down to $3, retested that. We got a nice wick right now, indicating some buy pressure, which is great. That's exactly what we want to see on most of these altcoins. Volumes picking up. RSI is almost oversold, and your momentum wave is definitely oversold. So XRP actually looks relatively decent right now. HBAR is down 10.39%. It broke below. They are no longer curing cancer. Unfortunately, once they break out of this, they stop curing cancer. So it's trading at 24.67, which is not above 26.37. It's right in between our 26 and 22. So maybe we get a midpoint bounce. That'd be great. Use that. This should also act as some semblance of support. So we'll see what happens. Volume's a little bit lackluster. RSI potentially almost reset. Momentum wave oversold. SWE is down 7.3%, getting a nice reaction off of 370, which is exactly what we want to see. We broke below 391. We were dancing around 391 for a minute. We couldn't quite get above 410, and then eventually we got a little too weak, maybe head and shoulders, with a frugal target of 370, exactly where we're at, which is awesome. So, SWE looking good. If we lose this 370 support, 353 should be even stronger. But we'll see what plays out. Hopefully we close above 370 and we continue to the upside. ADA's down 9.35% on the day, beautifully following our trajectory, even still after this pullback. We broke above 109 for a hot second, then came right back below it and found support at $1 even. We're sitting at 103 right now. RSI is right below 50, and momentum wave is lingering in the middle. We have a unconfirmed red dot just like 8 to 12 hours ago. So kind of called this dump, but it was unconfirmed, so you can never be too sure. Volume looks relatively the same that it's been this whole time. Ergo is down 7.34% on the day, getting a midpoint pullback in between 96 and 86, currently sitting at 90. Nice wicks indicating some buy pressure. We got kind of a little triple top thing going on right here. Rejecting. Still can't get above 96.2. It's really struggling to get above that price. So if we can get above there and hold, that'd be great. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in this little purgatory zone between 96 and 76 for forever. Because it seems like we've been there since June 15th. It's been over a month. But we'll see. You know, we had a big run up, so I'm not surprised at the prolonged lingering of the price. That's usually what happens. The RSI's got to reset. All these oscillators have to reset. You know how the big YouTubers say the oscillators reset. Bitunix is down 9.88%, currently trading at 74.09, right below 75, which is not what we like to see. We got a little bit of volatility here. Liquidate some bulls, liquidate some bears, and now we're getting a, I don't even know, what is this, a dragonfly doji? It's just a indecisive doji. The market doesn't know if it wants to go up or down, so you just get wicks on both sides and a really thin body. We'll see where it closes. RSI is currently trading below the moving average, and your momentum wave is just barely entering oversold. If we close above 75, great. If we close below it, look for 60 for support, which should be pretty strong. We'll see what happens though. Volume still looks great. It is sustaining this increase. Ooh, look at that. Just like that, we're right above 75 already. Render is down 9.61%. Render beautifully still holding its range above $4. It's a big range. It's like $4 to $6.50. So it's a big boy range, but it's a range that has played out in the past. We did trade above 432 for a hot second. We got a little head and shoulders action right here, with our target probably being exactly where we're at. No, actually right where we went down to though, but it's still holding above 4, which is perfect. We're sitting at 415 right now. RSI is holding right above 40. Momentum wave just starting to trend down, so we'll see where that ends up going. Volume is sustaining some increase, which is good. We got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. It is your daily chance to win up to $100 in prizes. If you are unfamiliar with the rules, let me know in the chat and I'll go over them for you. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you played before. Stellar is down 9.08%, still struggling to get above 52. Can't even really close a candle body above 50 on the 4-hour time frame. And this most recent one didn't even get a chance to touch 50. It went only as high as like 49.4. So we broke below our upper trend line, or our lower trend line, which was trading to the upside. We broke below that, retested bearish confirmation, and then just started plummeting. Currently, RSI is right above 20. Just got a little bounce off of 20. The price itself may be bouncing at 42. A little midpoint in between our breakout zone and our bottom. So if we could get a bounce here, great. Otherwise, look for that 38 pullback and support. Volume fell off though. Volume definitely fell off on Stellar. I'm not surprised with this pullback. What is that, 20% so far? Yeah, that does not surprise me. This thing is shredded to the upside. From the very top. No, 17%, not even 20 yet. So yeah. Anyone new, anyone that's unfamiliar, that's kind of freaking out, this is bull market pullback territory, guys. I'm not saying we've entered a bull market yet. I don't even know if we've entered an alt season yet. But you got that exciting pump, 50 to 100% on most altcoins. A 20% pullback is not surprising at all. And I vividly remember freaking out on these days. Like losing my mind, going into the Discords and being like, what's going on? This is so messed up. Oh my gosh. Like freaking out. I don't know why. Because I wasn't investing more than I could afford to lose, but I don't know. It's just, you got to be prepared for stuff like this. Be fully prepared. And if you're really this freaking out, take a little bit off the table. You're probably overexposed. Not financial advice though, obviously. I've done nothing so far. All right, Polkadot is down 9.28% on the day, currently trading at 412. A lot of volume here in this dump. RSI is sitting right around 35. Momentum wave just barely reaching potential oversold pattern or point. The fact that we're holding above 4 is perfect. That's what we want to see. Some nice support. We got not quite a head and shoulders, but we got a little triple top action. Couldn't get above 459. Couldn't get above 459. Couldn't even touch 459. And then a continuation at a downside. If that is a janky head and shoulders, our target would be below 4, right above 390. So we'll see where we end up. If we close above 4, that'd be perfect. I would thoroughly enjoy closing above 4, but I'm not holding my breath. Polkadot seems to be one of those coins that kind of gets really manhandled quite frequently by the market. So if you're heavily exposed to this, then you probably are already fully prepared and ready for a total shafting. Altcoin is down 8.57% on the day. Got a little break above our upper trend line, which is what we've been waiting for forever for. And that even resulted in a break above 160, which was even more exciting. Let's see, look at this. We've been ranging in here for forever. Bounce, rejection, bounce, rejection, bounce, rejection, chop, break, fake out below. break above, rejection, bounce, rejection, break, fake out below, break above the upper trend line, below, rejection, bounce, rejection, bounce, break above, support for quite a while here. Support for a quick second, see that little wick, and then we broke back below it again. So this upper trend line is the villain arc of Fartcoin. It's Fart's arch nemesis. Currently trading at 152. A close above 160, maybe a daily close above 160 is what we need. No, we already got that actually. I don't know. We need some conviction above 160, because right now I'm not seeing it. I will say though, if you were bearish this entire time just because it kept rejecting that upper trend line, look at all of the uptrend that you missed out. It seems really volatile and crappy to sit through, but if you just look at it as one straight line, that's a huge win. Let's go from the median to the median. That's 60%. That's crazy. 60% rise. So the fact that the RSI on the 4 hours sitting at 50 and this thing's up 60% just in the past 30 days, that's impressive. That's how you form an uptrend. Ladies and gentlemen, take notes. Fartcoin is the model citizen of the altcoin market right now. Gas is down 6.96%, currently trading at 10.5 cents, just below 10.5. We got a little double top right above 11. Let's see, we rejected at a midpoint, support, rejected at the top, which is 98, support, grind up, break, support, double top, midpoint pullback maybe, in between 10 and 9.7, 10.9 and 9.7. We'll see what happens. I like the green candle that we're in right now. RSI is sitting right below 50. Momentum wave pointing to the downside, but it's very shallow. It's not really as violent as you would expect with the recent run-up that Cass had. Zero. What's going on, Zero? How you doing, my friend? Long time no see. Appreciate you stopping by. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, Cass 10-4. I would like it to close this green candle. If it does, maybe look for another run towards 10.9, an attempt to break 10.9. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. That doesn't even mean that it's even going to get there. But volume looks good. RSI is chilling. And momentum wave. Momentum wave was on the upper half for quite a substantial amount of time. So a little breather below wouldn't hurt. Avalanche is down 7.38%. A little bounce at 23.20. Currently trading at 23.97. We got a little triple top action right around 25, 26. 26 seems to be that resistance that we can't quite get above. I like that we struggled at 25 for a second, rejected. We got our little double bottom pattern here, rejected again, midpoint liquidity pullback, break above, support, rejection, support, rejection, support, rejection, break. And we got a nice bounce off of 23.20 right now. We're sitting at 23.97, which is almost the midpoint. Volume looks good. RSI bouncing right off of 40, and your momentum wave not quite oversold, but it's getting there. Wag me down the streets at XRP, almost bullish pin bar 4 hour. Would love that to push past 320 and close. Whoa. Fahid, are you okay? Fahid's out here just deleting Waterfly's entire existence. Jeez. That's what happens when Waterfly's like, I don't want to be a mod. That is pretty funny, though. He goes, Waterfly bearish? And then he deletes Waterfly's messages, and then he goes, what the heck? Huh. My finger slipped. Alright. Avalanche 23.97 looks good. Chainlink down 7.27%. Little head and shoulders on Chainlink, perhaps. What would the target be? Maybe where we're at. Yeah. Target would be like 18, which isn't bad. So we got a bounce or a break above 17.5. Support, rejection, little midpoint liquidity pullback. Tried to break, couldn't quite get it. Bounce, rejection again. Bounce, rejection again, and it's finally falling. It got a nice support bounce off of 17.5. It's sitting at 18.22 right now. RSI bouncing off of 40. Momentum wave not quite oversold, but it's getting there. And volume, it's falling off a little bit, but it looks good. Looks good mid to long term. A lot of red dots on the market cipher for Chainlink on the 4-hour. So I'm not surprised at this pullback at all on Chainlink specifically. Doge is down 10.96% on the day, currently trading at 24.14. Zero said, how's the total and alt SMD looking? I'm not sure what that second one is, but total 3 looks great. Total 3, we got a nice bounce off of 1 trillion after we got a little double rejection at 1.07, which is a point of confluence that we've been keeping an eye on. Previous all-time high is 1.13, so I think RSI consideration, it's nice to get this little pullback before attempting that. Okay, I have an analogy. For you guys. For anyone that played the Pokemon Game Boy games, you get to the gym, or you find out Team Rocket's in town. You do really, really good, and then you realize, I don't have any more potions. I don't have any, poison heal, whatever. I don't have any of that stuff. I need to go to the store and load up again. Before you even attempt to, conquer the boss in the game, the boss of the gym or whatever, the gym leader, you gotta go to the store. That's what's happening here. We did really good. We defeated all the underlings and everything, and then you get there and you realize, I don't have any potions. My Pokemon are all effed up. I need to go to the store. I need to load up. We're going to the store now. We're loading up. We went to the Pokemon Center. Hopefully we can give that another try. Now Fahid's all nervous. Waterfly, say something. Jeez. He's probably just watching you freak out. That's kind of funny though. But yeah, total 3 looks good. Let's take a look at total 2 really quick. Total 2, very similar price action. We got kind of a double top-ish around 1.55. And support where we had previously lingered, which is not surprising. I gotta put more lines on this chart. Current local high is 1.64. Current all-time high is 1.71. We're at 1.46 right now. So again, we're going back to the Pokemart to buy some potions and stuff, and we are going back to the oh shoot, what's it called? Pokemon Center to heal our Pokemon. Waterfly said F Canada. Oh man, they just took over Waterfly's Coinbase account so that he couldn't accept any more donations. Do you get the joke? Because that's what Canada did to the truckers. Okay. Anyways, I guess we should check total market cap as well. Oh, we're at it. This looks similar. This looks a little more flat compared to total 2 and total 3, because Bitcoin's obviously sustaining a lot of this. This includes every single cryptocurrency. What's interesting is we kind of called this move, did we not? 3-month bleed, August breakout. Okay, so we were looking for August. We got a July. So we were 1 month behind. We got our, what is this? May, June, July. Technically, that's a 3-month bleed. We didn't quite get through the 3rd month, I guess. And we broke out beautiful. So I really like that. We broke above 3.38, broke above 3.59 support, blast off. Now we're getting a little pullback. Where is our support going to be for this pullback? We'll definitely have support at 3.7. Someone creeping out my window. 3.7 support, and then I imagine, yeah, 3.75 psychological. Outside of that, though, I don't really see much to the upside besides whatever this yellow trend line is and that 5 trillion. My estimated top, which is not far away, which is kind of crazy. We almost hit 4 this time around. Wow. Okay, maybe my 5 trillion is way off. We'll see, though. We'll see if we get the Supercycle or not. We're currently sitting at 3.82, looking good. Our target for that breakout is actually 4.13. Let me put that on here. So if we hit 4.13, we might get a little decent pullback from there. And since this has been pretty strong resistance from these 3 points, rejection, 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 I'll put that in there, 3.92, to see if we can get above that next time around. Hopefully that's what we're doing right now. We shall see. All right, where were we? We did Chainlink, right? Avalanche, Chainlink, Doge. We were looking at Doge. So Doge is down 11.25% on the day, currently trading at 24 cents. Finding some support right above 24, which is good. Doge is a little bit messy. A little bit messy. We got rejection, liquidity pullback, midpoint. Use that to break, midpoint rejection, bounce, linger, break, support, support, break below, rejection, support. Hopefully that 24 holds. What's really interesting to me about Doge specifically is how consistent the volume seems to be. And I really don't know why that would be the case. Like, is Doge just crazy botted? No, because it looks thin and broken up over here too. I think I've talked about this already. But wow, that consistent volume is crazy. I wonder why that is. Doge is a household name. Near is down 9.01%, currently trading at 275.7. We got a little triple top action going on. Mr. Roberts said, hello, fellers. What's going on, Mr. Roberts? So we got a break, support, support, rejection, midpoint, support, support, rejection, support, break, support, rejection, break below, rejection. And now we found support at 269 again, which has been pretty strong support in the past. So we'll see if that holds. If it breaks, though, we're looking at 251. Potentially with like a little midpoint reaction at 260-ish. Right now, though, I like the look of this 4-hour candle. I do. Our RSI is sitting right below 40, and your momentum wave is almost, but not quite, oversold. Chili's down 8.79%, sitting right in between 4.2 and 4.1. It's at 4.221, right below 4.28 and 4.14. So volume's not that worrisome. What's interesting to me is this looks like a bigger version of what's currently happening. And this just resulted in a little linger and then a nice bounce. So are we going to get that again? What's crazy? You know what's really crazy is these volumes are relative to one another. So we got this gigantic dump with this very little volume versus this baby dump with this gigantic volume. That's quite interesting. I wonder why that is. What was going on back here that resulted in that much selling pressure? There had to have been a lot of people buying, like, I don't know, anticipating something. Right now, there's got to be just a ton of people selling and nobody's buying. Or maybe not even a ton of people, just people are selling and nobody's buying. So there's no crazy volume sustained dump. The volume does seem to be gradually increasing, though, which is good. Marcos Martinez said whales. That's very possible. Silver is 39.23. I went over this. My boss was looking at it, and I was like, I bet you it's repeating a previous pattern. What was that pattern? Hold on. It was right here. This dump, and then this spike. Or maybe it was this, and then that. And I was like, is that what just happened? I don't remember what my target was, though. I have the picture of it on my work computer. I'll probably post it in the Discord if I remember tomorrow or whenever I'm back in the office. But yeah, silver looks awesome. 39, chilling. MicroStrategy still continuing a downtrend right now. Let's see if we find support. If we do, I'd be looking for it around 400. So it has yet to get to that point. RSI is almost oversold. We'll see. It's sitting right below 40 for now. DXY continuing to dump ever since it broke this trend. NASDAQ, beautiful, beautiful, super duper green NASDAQ. S&P closed at all-time high. Crazy S&P performance. Still looking for that 64.40. Look at this thing, man. It's just perfectly following that fractal. Bitcoin dominance Still looking like it's rejecting that 62, which is good. That's good for alts. We'll see how it closes. We got 2 minutes remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And, oh, there we go. Less than 1 minute now. Let me get down to the 1 minute time frame. Bitcoin 118.498 and 1 penny. And we transition. Very cool. Get your guesses ready for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. HQZ said healthy pullbacks. Exactly. Marcos Martinez said it's crazy. My whole net worth is in meme coins. No. And normally I wouldn't say that. Normally I would say yes, it's crazy, but we have a meme coin portfolio that we've been tracking, and it is starting to outperform everything. So you got big balls, but big balls with big balls comes big rewardability. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. With big balls comes big rewardability. I like that. I gotta put that on a shirt. Alright. We got Tom Selleck's Goat coming in with 118.450. Uncle Ben. Dang. Imagine how different is media going to be in like 5 to 10 years with meme coins? Because they used to talk about Bitcoin randomly on like Silicon Valley and stuff, and in like random movies and pop culture moments. They, in one of the newer Futurama episodes, they mention it. There's like an old guy mining. He's like, I'm mining a Bitcoin. And then he's like, oh, there's one. And then he pulls it out and he's like, dang, it's just a danged Ethereum. And he throws it in the garbage. It was pretty good. We got Mr. Roberts coming in with 118.600 even. I like it. But yeah, I wonder, dude, the meme coin jokes in pop culture are probably going to be priceless if they even touch them. It seems like they're kind of afraid of it right now, which is so weird to me. And I think it's because they got a little too paid promo happy with like Bored Apes and stuff right at the peak of the market. When Jimmy Fallon was talking about Bored Apes, that we should have known that was the top. You know what I mean? We got Temet coming in with 118.520. Guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. We got 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin is 118.507 and 96 cents. Looking good. Potential reversal here, maybe? Maybe? We shall see, we shall see. Did you guys check out my latest video? John said Ethereum would have to get to like 7,600 just to see the same level of gains that Bitcoin already has. Think about that. ETH is trash. That Futurama thing was so funny. The first time they're like, we're mining Bitcoin, and I was like, oh, I did the Leo meme where he's like, and then he did the whole like Ethereum thing and threw it away, and I was like, oh shit. Dude, it was so good. Bitcoin really has cranked like crazy, man. What do you think, John? People calling for 10K ETH. What do you think about that? What's Ethereum's even? What's their all-time high? Isn't it like 4,500? Or am I crazy? Anybody else for the daily close contest? We got 14 people watching. You guys smash the like buttons. Submit your guess for the Bitcoin daily close. You got a chance to win up to $100 every single day. All you got to do is guess. Also, smash the like button, because smash the like button, and when the like button is smashed, you smash the like button. Like button, smash, like button. Anybody at all? Is there anybody here? Bitcoin 118.478, 43 cents. We got 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. John said 10K ETH isn't impossible, but I don't think it's likely. I'm looking at around 7 to 8K. Yeah, I feel like us, I don't even know what you would call us, veterans from the previous bull market, are definitely going to probably exit earlier than everybody else. And everyone's going to be like, you guys are idiots. And then when it pulls back to bear market levels, we're still going to have money. BKakey the Gods had just joined. BKakey, you got 60 seconds to get your guests in for the daily close contest if you want to participate, my friend. Just so you know, though, you might have to submit it kind of like Mr. Robbers with words in between the letters or words in between the numbers, because sometimes sometimes YouTube discriminates. We got Gianix coming in with 118.350.03. Nice. Yeah, sometimes YouTube like blocks people's chats for some reason. People got to put them in the Discord and stuff like that, so let me actually check the Discord just in case. The Discord, oh, we got J-Shear 2.0. Alright, got you, J-Shear. Guys, we got 21 seconds remaining on the clock, so make sure you get your guesses in. J-Shear 2.0 with 118.555.69. I like it. Anybody else? Anybody at all? It's a hard stop. And it's up to you guys to watch the clock, because there's a delay on YouTube. 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, Fahid got it at the last microsecond. I like that. I like it. I like it. Fahid coming in with a 118.242. Jay Shear said, when guess in dis, and I'm at work, unfortunately. Dang. That is unfortunate. But you got to get that bread, man. Unless you are, like, staking a couple $100 million. Crypto doesn't just give you money magically. Unfortunately. Contrary to what we've been told. Bitcoin getting a little pumpy here, guys. We got all our guesses for the daily close contest. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating. 118.597.57 out of Bitcoin. Let's get these guesses on the board. We got 118.600 from Mr. Robbers. As of right now, he's looking like he might be the winner. We got JC 2.0 with 118.555.69. I like it. He's also very close. Shear 2.0 and Mr. Robbers becoming forces to be reckoned with in the daily close contest. 118.520 out of Temet. Then we got 118.450 out of Tom Solixco. I like it when you guys are bearish. Is that weird? Because that means that the price is probably going to go up. 118.350 and 3 cents. I like it. Janix is a man who knows what he wants. Who had the cavernous gap? I forgot already. And then we got Fahid with 118.242 even. Very nice. Very cool. Whoa, I just realized I can do AI, or not AI, I can do VR videos. I should totally do that. Have you guys checked out my most recent upload? Let's see. Jay Shear said I literally run to my locker to put this in. I'll check back when I got a break. Okay, if you win, I'm gonna make a big deal about it, and I'm gonna say a bunch of really important things, and I'm gonna give you a time limit as to how you can claim those important things. Wagme said Z, shit's about to pump hard AF. I agree, actually, I agree. Mr. Roberts said, come on, bulls on parade. Janik said it's way better. What's way better? Mr. Roberts said, but with 2 LLs? I don't know what that means. Tom Selexcoat said, I have the cavernous. Dang, that is quite a sentence. I have the cavernous gap. God, that's funny. I could see that being in a movie as well, where they're at like AA or something, and people are like, don't be ashamed to speak your truth, and everyone's like, I haven't paid my car insurance in over 5 years. My car has been repossessed. I have back child support. And Tom stands up and he's like, I have a cavernous gap. And everyone's like, what? That's so good. Janik said it's way better when we are bearish. I agree. Mr. Roberts said, Tom, bear gaps don't count tonight. Ooh. I believe bestiality is illegal. Bitcoin 118.724 and 91 cents. Currently, Mr. Robbers with the technically infinite gap is in the lead. Bitcoin getting awfully pumpy right before the close. Very exciting stuff. Bitcoin dominance about to close below 62 as well. What do we got? 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Very, very nice green candles coming out of Bitcoin here. This is what we like to see, 1 minute time frame, much more entertaining than any other time frame in the charts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating in the Daily Close contest. Happy Wednesday. My favorite day of the week. Cheers. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the gap. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Are we going to get a uber bear candle, making Mr. Roberts no longer in the lead? Or is he going to add one more mark to his victor? 118, 755 and 99 cents, 40 seconds left on the chart. Very exciting stuff. Is it a close call or is it a cavernous gap? 118, 756 even, 27 seconds remaining. Mr. Roberts still in the lead. Volume impeccable on Bitcoin. Currently almost overbought on the 1 minute time frame. 17 seconds remaining. 118, 756 even. 13 seconds. Bitcoin dominant 61.88. It is possibly going to close below. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the daily close for Bitcoin, 118,755.99, 118,755.99, making Mr. Roberts our winner. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for Mr. Roberts. Very exciting stuff. Mr. Roberts, a resident Canadian with a guess of 118,600 even. And that being his winning guess. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Spam the banana. Go back to our 4-hour time frame. Yay! Zoom out here. Mr. Roberts is our victor for the evening. And he is Canadian. I am legally obligated to specify that the winner of today's daily close contest is Canadian. As we transition back to our regularly scheduled programming, let me add Mr. Roberts to our winner's Google Doc. Canada's definitely taking the lead. Well, let me see. Mr. Roberts currently ranked at 5th place. Closing in on JShare 2.0 for 4th. Very, very close. Exciting stuff. Exciting times ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas. There we go. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 118,600 even and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 118,755.99 on July 23rd, 2025, Mr. Roberts, a resident of Canada. His prize is a limp churro. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Enjoy your limp churro. You can share it with anyone who is also a resident of Canada. I do believe that you are not legally allowed to share it with anybody other than residents of Canada. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. You do have to pick it up, though. I don't think that I can send it to you. I think that there's something there where you're not allowed to win prizes from America or something. I don't know. But regardless, enjoy. Congratulations once again. You've earned it, my friend. You have earned it. Unverified said, JJ, been a minute. It has. How you doing, my friend? HQZ spammed dongs and then bananas. I appreciate both, HQZ. I'm actually a prominent member of the dong community, and when I'm done here with this stream, I will be going into the dong space on Twitter. You're welcome to join. I also have a large quantity of stickers. I think I shared the story behind these, right? When I had them mailed to my mom's, and I texted her. I was in the space with the guys too. I was like, I'm expecting a package in the mail with stickers. And she goes, they're here. And my stepdad's name is Tom. My mom calls him Tommy. She goes, Tommy opened them. And he never, ever opens anyone's mail. So this was a first. And it was really funny. My mom was like, she thought that they were set, like, addressed to him. And she's like, why do we have all of these penis stickers? I was cracking up, dude. It was so funny. Oh man. Mr. Roberts said limp is fine. It's how I spend 99% of my day every day. Ew. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. What did I say earlier? With great balls, with great diamond balls comes great reward ability or something like that. Fahid said Mortify cursed Canada and Canada won the contest. Can't make this up. Ooh, reverse karma. Guys, we got 16 people watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Bitcoin 118, 648 and 55 cents. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Let's see how the markets decide to continue on. Bitcoin dominance closing with a rather bearish looking wick on the 4-hour time frame, but the current candle is green, so we'll see where she ends up going. As of right now, we did close below 62, which is what I was looking for. Hopefully that counts as a rejection and Bitcoin dominance continues to the downside. I don't know if the chart is going to weigh against anything though. We'll have to see what Bitcoin itself actually decides to do in comparison to alts. Total 2, total 3. But right now it's a wait and see kind of game. We know that moves usually don't make. Tom Selksco said, were they Italian dogs? She did say that they were Italian, yes. Because it's an eggplant, I don't know, her argument is that eggplants are Italian. I don't think that's true though. But I was cracking up, dude. And then I tried to survey and ask everyone what ethnicity it was, and nobody even answered. Oh, we got 5 gifted memberships from Mr. Roberts. I appreciate that, Mr. Roberts. Look at that. People that are actually here are getting gifted, too. I like it. Tom Selexco, Janix, HQZ, Cody, and Unverified Vet. Very nice. Unverified said, when QE? Probably when Powell gets the boot or leaves willingly in whatever, March, April, May, I forget what month. But we might get a rate cut this year. I'm not sure. It's gonna be interesting to observe. Bitcoin does have a green dot on the momentum wave. We'll see if it results in some upside here. We got some news articles to go through. Before we do that, though, let's go look at our portfolio, do a quick portfolio update. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio didn't take long. It's currently down $9. Currently being held up by Sol, Render, Ada, Ando, and Proppy. Proppy was number 1 once upon a time. It's been pretty steady, though, at 100, so. And being dragged down by Doge, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos. Next, we got our Memecoin portfolio, which has been shredding lately. Currently in profit, $142. Tom Selexco said, thank you, Roberts. And it's May Powell is out. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, we might have to wait until then, but who knows, man. Our Memecoin portfolio in profit, $142. SNEK now flipping Giga by literally 60 cents. WIF is in profit tremendously. And so is Pepe. Doge, not quite as much, $3. SNEK and Giga still negative, but they're slowly making their way back up. And our narrative portfolio, my favorite still. Currently, what is that? $159 in profit. Wow, that actually got pulled back quite significantly, didn't it? There's one asset now that is no longer in profit. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real world asset coin, and 1 gaming coin. It is absolutely killing it. Currently, VeChain is the only one that is negative. It is down $8. Mana, Decentraland, is in profit $13. Fetch is in profit $26. Tao's in profit $45. And Pepe is in profit $81. This portfolio kind of killing it. We'll see though. It seems like a nice, stable, steady, safe portfolio. And then last but not least, our really well performing and still all in profit, perfect entry portfolio. Every single asset has been voted on by the community, and so far they have all remained in profit. Render's in profit $1.25. Sol is in profit $4.96. Chainlink's in profit $20.03, and Swee's also in profit $20.82. So this portfolio holding up very nicely. The perfect entry name, perfect entry moniker, proving to be relevant. So we'll see if it stays that way. As of right now, it's looking pretty decent. And then we got some news articles before we go to that. Bitcoin looking like it's trying to push up 118,690 and 5 cents. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Let's go through some news. This one I was cracking up. Leaving the office after spending 7.5 hours looking at memes. This is me sometimes. Hopefully my boss never sees this. If he does, it's a joke. Calm down. Next we got Donald Trump announcing $550 billion trade deal with Japan, calling it the largest deal ever made. Japan will invest $550 billion into the U.S., open up trade on cars, trucks, rice, and more. The U.S. gets 90% of profits, and Japan will pay a 15% tariff. Trump says it'll create hundreds of thousands of jobs. Massive if true. Very exciting stuff. Then we got TechDev posting it's only the third expansion signal in the largest, or in the history of the altcoin market. I don't know where I even got that word, largest. The other two sent it near vertical for 12 months. So people taking profits, selling right now, saying that was the top. Kind of silly. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm wrong. Cointelegraph posting Citadel Securities urges the SEC to proceed cautiously on tokenized securities, warning streamlined rules could create investor confusion and an uneven playing field. The firm is concerned tokenization may siphon liquidity from traditional equity markets. We shall see. That's one of the firms that got in trouble during the whole Robinhood GameStop scandal, so I don't really trust anything they say. They can kind of go F themselves as far as I'm concerned. Next, we got credit card debt has been rising aggressively. It has now almost reached $1.1 trillion mark. People are spending much more than they can afford. Guys, make sure you don't bury yourselves in debt. And also, if you ever sign up for credit cards, make sure you look at the interest rate, because some of them are incredibly problematic. Predatory, I think is the right word. I get offers all the time for like 25-30% interest, and I'm like, whoa, why would anybody ever sign up for this? And then not only is that bad, but then you actually look at the fine print and it's like $65 biannual maintenance fee or whatever the crap. And so they're immediately starting off with a debt already, so you just sign up and you owe them money immediately, and then on top of that you have to pay crazy amounts of interest on top of that money that you already owe them. It's just crazy to me, man. Make sure you read the fine print. Always read the fine print. Next, we got unemployment surging for recent graduates. The unemployment rate for recent male graduates has jumped more than 2 percentage points over the last 12 months to 7%, the highest since 2020. Outside the pandemic, this is the highest level in 13 years. By comparison, the unemployment rate for young female graduates has fallen during the same period to below 4%, the lowest in 3 years. Young men aged 22 to 27 with recent degrees are now experiencing unemployment at the same rate as those without a college education. This comes as young women are filling healthcare jobs in large numbers, a consistently growing sector that is resistant to downturns. Nearly 50,000 female graduates. Of female graduates, 135,000 new jobs last year came from healthcare. Twice the total for male grads across all sectors. Why are young men struggling to find jobs? I don't want to be that guy, but I think that they're just lazy. Not financial advice. And it's not just that generation either. It's the past 3 or 4 generations. I've had grown men leave the first day of working on a job site because they didn't feel good, and it's the weirdest thing to me. Remarks U.S. Nuclear Weapons Agency breached in Microsoft SharePoint hack. This kind of cracked me up. Why are U.S. nuclear weapons agencies using Microsoft products at all? Shouldn't we have proprietary software for anything nuclear? Am I crazy? Tishu said, I love credit cards. Just got to be responsible and only spend what within your means and pay in full each month and reap the rewards. Yeah, that's true. But those interest rates are insane, man. Global market investor posting U.S. job market is weakening. 58% of Americans expect higher unemployment in the next 12 months, one of the highest readings since the Great Financial Crisis. I like that we call it the Great Financial, like it was amazing. Such readings have never occurred outside of recessions. This suggests further deterioration in the job market, or we just don't know what the hell we're talking about, which is kind of funny. Global Markets Investor also posted the U.S. layoffs level is consistent with prior recessions. U.S. employers announced 744,308 job cuts in the first 6 months of 2025, the most for any first half of the year since the 2020 crisis. This is the second highest count since the financial crisis. I thought it was the Great Financial Crisis. Tom Salscoat said, yep, I charge everything to a credit card that gives me 2% cash back, but I pay the entire balance off every month. There you go. That's the way to do it, man. That is the way to do it. Fred Krueger posted, if you have to guess an exact date of when Bitcoin will first reach 1 million, when would it be? You have to give one date. ChatGPT said October 26th, 2029. Claude said March 15th, 2032. Grok 4 said July 23rd, 2030. Grok 3 said December 15th, 2032. And Gemini said December 31st, 2033. That I thought was a cool concept. We'll have to try something else like that out on stream soon. We'll have to come up with a good question to ask. Global Markets Investor also posted, this is pretty remarkable. Short US dollar has become the most crowded trade for the first time in history in July. This is according to the Bank of America survey of 175 global fund managers with $434 billion in assets under management. Long Magnificent 7 and Long Gold were next. Dang. Tishu said, yeah, but if you pay in full each statement balance, the interest rate is irrelevant. Okay, that's fair. But most people probably don't do that. Like majority of people clearly from those delinquencies are not doing that. So you got to be careful with that interest rate. Cointelegraph posted, Goldman Sachs and BNY Mellon launched tokenized money market funds on blockchain targeting the $7.1 trillion industry with backing from BlackRock and Fidelity. It wasn't Fidelity. Who was it? Was it Van Eck? I don't remember. The Pudgy Penguin mascot. Stockmarket.news posted, the U.S. just triggered its third recession signal in a row. The leading economic index slipped again in June as key indicators weaken. Here's what the data says about where the economy is headed. We will see what happens. I'm not going to click on that and read it. Cointelegraph posted, Robinhood launches ETH and Solana staking for U.S. customers. Exciting stuff. Unusual Whales and California's largest housing report shows that the counties like San Francisco, Marin, and Santa Clara, single individuals earning up to $111,700 now qualify for low-income housing programs per NBC. Jim Cramer says he wants to own Bitcoin and ETH for his kids because it's a hedge against U.S. national debt. Exciting stuff. Bitcoin's still looking like it wants to try to go up. Currently trading at 118,707 and 75 cents. Tishu said, Tom, we think alike. Yeah, once upon a time, I did pay interest on credit cards. Mr. Roberts said, I use the rewards points to buy gift cards before Christmas for stockings and anything I might have forgot. Free gift giving is the best. Yeah. BNB reaches new all-time high of $800. Dang. Slowly but surely, every blue chip altcoin is making its way up to new all-time highs. It's like exciting stuff. $305 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 4 hours. That was 10 hours ago, so crazy stuff. U.S. home prices hit record high in June. Goldman Sachs and BNY Mellon to launch digital tokens tied to money market funds. I think that we read that already. U.S. and EU closing or close to finalizing 15% tariff deal. We've heard a little bit about this, but it's going to be a big one when they announce that. U.S. government to release crypto report on July 30th. Google reports $96.4 billion in revenue, higher than expectations. That's crazy amount of money. Tesla reveals none of their 1,420,000,000 Bitcoin was sold in Q2 2025. I like the number. They should add 690,000 in there. New Bank of England is reportedly considering shelving plans for digital pound amid growing skepticism and urging banks to focus on payment innovations instead. Marty Party posted, earnings week. Alphabet, Google's parent company, reported its Q2 2025 earnings today after the market close. Revenue 96.43, surpassing analyst estimates of 94. Earnings per share $2.31, beating the expected 2.18. YouTube advertising revenue $9.79 billion compared to estimates of 9.56. Google Cloud revenue $13.62 billion, exceeding expectations of 13.11. And traffic acquisition costs $14.7 billion, higher than the estimated 14.18. That's actually crazy. People were all nervous about AI and stuff for Google specifically, and they're kind of killing it right now. Teacher said Gemini credit card is awesome. 3% back on food. I use it daily for more than a year. While Curve was on the floor, so 3% back is now worth more. Hope it keeps going. Haven't sold it. Nice. That is actually really sick. I think Coinbase said they were coming out with one, didn't they? I'm going to get that when that comes out, dude. Right away. You bet. Party posted Coinbase and Binance are selling. Circle is buying. So that was interesting. FTX bankruptcy distribution. Attorneys set next distribution date following disputed claims reserve reduction. Final 4.3 billion will be distributed September 30th. CryptoFace said, I think my 1 million altcoin buy list is a top signal. I'm canceling it until price goes up again in another week or two. Today, if we get a magic pump, then I'm back in, but I'm out back in USDT. This one was great. If you are selling altcoins on this dip, you are retarded, and there is no saving you. Ethereum will melt bases over the next 6 months. Mark my words. I kind of feel the same way. Crypto Goose said alt season index hits 53. Altcoins will 100x on average. Let's actually check the alt season index really quick. It's at 41 right now. Interesting. Okay, so it was at 55. It was at 55 3 days ago. Interesting. I was not aware of that. Michael Vandepop posted, if people get feared over this correction on altcoins, I would suggest sell all your crypto and buy bonds instead. This is peanuts. I agree. This is literally a very standard, even mediocre bull market pullback. Unverified said, will be in law school during peak alt season. I need big red button that auto sells everything. Dude, I was thinking about that because there's like, if you diversified even remotely decent amount of diversification, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to sell all of your stuff. Imagine if there was just a one button catch-all solution, like a bot that would do that for you. That's kind of a cool idea. Like, I'd pay a one-time fee to have access to something like that. I'd probably abuse it and lose money over time, but I bet you a lot of people would like that. Retail interest in altcoins is exploding. They'll buy our bag soon. This one's huge. I think it actually exceeded 100 recently, or maybe it was just exceeding this one. But we're getting pretty dang close to the all-time highs, which is crazy because there's so much more money in the market now. So it's gonna be exciting to see where things go. Chiefy, this is our last guy. Chiefy posted, this historic altcoin season kicks off in 3 days. This year, Bitcoin will pump to 265K and low caps will skyrocket 100 to 200x. Every $50 invested today will turn into 20K this summer. Here's a list of insider altcoins I'm buying today. Dang, I'm just going to throw 50 bucks in, man. Be done with it. Bitcoin breaking above 118,885, which was that liquidation point. Tishu said, remember me saying buying altcoins makes sense when the chart was in the Bitcoin season? Yes, I do. You said, holy crap, it's true. What do we got? Yeah. 59. 21st. It's currently the 23rd. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's getting spicy, my friend. It is getting spicy. Remember me saying buying altcoins makes sense when the chart was in the Bitcoin season? Yeah. That's why it kind of cracks me up when people like Ben Cowan are like, alts are going to continue to underperform. That's when you're supposed to buy them, dude. And he's so, like, pissy about it. Yeah, I feel like Ben Cowan talks like how Reddit people reply to everything. And I'm a Reddit person, but I've never gone on Reddit and seen somebody post something and gone, oh, and then angrily typed a reply like, you're an idiot. You're so dumb and stupid and dumb. Like, people on Reddit are so mad all the time. It blows my mind. Literally, I'm like, why are you... Go take a bath or something. It's okay. It's okay. I want to hug them, man. It's not your fault. Goodwill Hunting, you know? They gotta sit down and watch a movie or something. Go for a walk. Tom Selleck said, hi, motherfuckers. A moon boy. Yeah. Yep. Verified said Ben Cowan is such a cuck. He does have Cuck energy, doesn't he? Congratulations, Mr. Robbers, once again on your victory, guys. We're getting a little bit of alt push up, and it looks like Bitcoin dominance might be rejecting its 62, which is exactly what we said was going to happen. Kind of crazy. Why did my screen just power down? That's weird. I don't want to get too excited too early, but it looks like Bitcoin dominance is rejecting 62, and alts are going to continue to push up. So if that happens, dude, if that happens, I might be insufferable tomorrow. Like, if you guys think I'm a little bit annoying sometimes, just wait, man. Just wait. If this is real, if this becomes a reality, then I might have to order a Lord Farquaad costume. Oh, pretty exciting stuff. I think the astrological chart is wrong now. It is, actually. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for bringing it up. The astrological chart, today's the 23rd. The astrological chart for the 23rd. Well, no, actually. It said neutral. So, the 24th. Wait a minute. 20, 21, 22. Okay, yes. It is wrong. It is wrong. So today's the 23rd was supposed to be the green day. So it is wrong. Tom said, I'd love for you to be insufferable. It will make me a lot of money. Tisha said, tell us now if it's going to be real. Yeah, this chart is officially incorrect. We no longer have the safety net of the neutral volatile for it to be whatever happens. We were green on the 23rd, and we just closed our 23rd candle, and I'm pretty sure we closed it. Well, hold on. It's for Bitcoin specifically. Yep, we closed it red. The candle for the 23rd was down 1%, which is in fact not bullish. That is actually bearish. So, unfortunately, Grok, is it Grok? ChatGPT, unfortunately, ChatGPT is not an astrologist. Such a shame. What a waste. But if the 24th, 25th, and 26th are green, then I'm going to consider that a win. Not for the chart, but for my bags. We shall see. We shall see. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a, I don't know, linger. A little bit of a lingering. Hyperliquid wallet, and then get out of here. Okay, we're starting to liquidate. We got 119.011. Okay, chipping away at it one by one. Congratulations, Mr. Robbers, once again on your victory. Enjoy your limp churro. Man, I'm excited. Don't let me down now, man. You need to get a little more dumpy, Bitcoin dominance. You know you want to. It does have support at 61.8. So hopefully that just kind of fails. Alts look like they really want to go, though. They really look like they're trying. Fartcoin and CAS are already up 1%. Come on. Total 3. We're getting those bounces, man. All of these charts look great. We got bullish hammer candles on everything. Except for HBAR. Swee's already up 1.6%. What? Unverified said I could see Bitcoin topping out at a troll number like 169. Oh, yes, 100%. Didn't it top out at 69 last bull market? Or damn near close. And I think Doge was almost 69 cents. I think it might have gotten right above 69. So I would not be surprised if 169 was the top. My top call is 125. We already broke that. So current all-time high is 123. So I have failed with my top call. Litecoin is on fire. 120 to 125 range in bullish crosshairs. Nice. People like Litecoin, man. I'm not sure why. It's a good coin, you know. 112, it's chilling. Bitcoin. I like anything in between like the 80 and $150 range because it's nice to be able to buy multiples when they're like in the anything below like 50, it seems a little cheap. I don't know. There's definitely a psychological thing with Litecoin's specific price because it feels good being able to buy something that seems like it already has value and being able to like buy multiples of it within reason. I don't know. There's some psychological value to it, I'm sure. Bitcoin 118, 956.53. We're getting ready to liquidate some more bears. Is this a beautiful, beautiful bear trap like we thought it was going to be? I think it might be. This is exciting stuff, guys. Exciting stuff. I like that I have to tell you that it's exciting for you guys to know. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. Favorite day of the week. All right. Yeah, I think we're pretty chill right now. Here in greed at 70. We have not reached extreme greed yet. We did at the beginning of the year, or at the end of last year. Interesting. Oh, did we hit that liquidation point? I think we did. Liquidated. We gotta get a little, like a soundboard thing that goes off whenever we liquidate something. It would just be going off nonstop. Liquidate, look. That would be so annoying. Somebody posted that clip from Silicon Valley where the thing just keeps playing that loud noise. Like, Bitcoin's really volatile today. That Pulse player said Cookie DAO is the easiest money. Let's go check out Cookie. Yeah, you did get a pretty decent pullback. So you got rejection, bounce, rejection, midpoint, bounce, midpoint, linger, another bounce, break, support, break, fake out, little double bottom action, break above, support, 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 resistance, break below, not quite all the way down yet, but you got a nice wick, and you're currently 18.9. See if that gets you a rebound. Your RSI looks nice and chilled. Your momentum wave looks nice and chilled. You might, I don't know, could this be a little short curl down, or could this be a longer term linger before you pop back up? We'll have to see what plays out. Currently, it looks like it wants to go up, though. John said fatality. Mr. Robert said, has anyone else taken some Bitcoin profits and bought physical gold? I might get blasted for it, but I did do the convert. I don't think you're going to get blasted for it. Gold's pretty hot right now. I've been thinking about buying more silver, even though it's up right now. Shoot, I bought that stupid D-nut that Fahid mentioned the other day because of the Wall Street Bets thing. And it's down, like, a lot. I bought the top. What do you know? Meme stocks are not hot right now. They've actually cooled off quite significantly. We got a green dot on our momentum wave on the Bitcoin 4-hour, and RSI potentially breaking up and bouncing off of the moving average. Bitcoin's chart very, very in between, very relaxed right now. Hopefully, like I said, Bitcoin dominance continues to break down. If we break the 61.8, it might be go time for alts again. And they really look like they want to go, which is exciting. They just got to break open that barrier and then run. Doge is up 1% already. Anything else? Cass is up 1.3. Stellar's up 1.12. Swede's up 1.5. XRP's up 1. Total 3 is up 0.52. 1.02 right now. We got a nice wick off 1. And we did get double rejected at 1.07. Technically 1.08 was the top of those candle body closes. So, should we do a stock analysis? Because I bought some of the ones that Grok suggested. Squeeze up 1.64 right now. Yeah, alts are starting to wake up, man. It's very, very, very possible that this was indeed just a bear trap, which is quite exciting. Because we've been looking at this for like 3-4 days now. The ego is very pleased. I will say that. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Peace out, y'all. Take care, JJ. See you, good people. Take it easy, my friend. Happy Wednesday. Unverified said, nope, never even bought Bitcoin, lol. Yeah, I feel like that's the case for most folks, which is kind of funny because Bitcoin's been outperforming everything. Bitcoin just liquidating some bears, blasting right through these liquidation points. Exciting stuff. Are we gonna get a crazy stream pump? Look at that. Woo! They're eating that alive. Unverified said, I bought some ADA back in 2022 as a college kid and never looked back. Ooh, I like that you bought some ADA. I like that a lot. Do you have Strike? Did you get any Strike yet? You want to talk ADA? ADA natives? I could talk some ADA natives. SNEK is my number one. Strike almost flips SNEK. I do like Hunt. But as a whole, Bodega is another big one for me. Gotta go with Chad, Cock, and Dong. Charles. There's too many good memes on ADA. Rishab Singh said, what do you think about the market? I think the market's doing really good right now. I think we're about to see a really, really crazy bull market. That's just my opinion, though. None of this is financial advice. But I think that the market's about to ascend. Even if we go into a recession, even if the market, like the overall financial markets, start to struggle, I think cryptocurrency is going to do amazing. I think gold and silver, I think physical assets are going to do really good. I think it's finally time for Bitcoin to shine as a hedge against inflation. Not financial advice, of course, but the fact that we have a president, a sitting president, accumulating cryptocurrency, and it probably quite possibly making up over 50% of his net worth, I think that that's huge for the markets. I don't think that we're ever going to get an opportunity like this ever again for the rest of our lives. And maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think I'd rather lose the money and be wrong than not invest and miss the move. Does that make sense? You gotta risk it to make money, man. Nobody on planet Earth has ever made money without taking some risk. Not financial advice. Bitcoin 119.75 and 31 cents. Rishab said, can we expect more pullback in altcoins? Overall, I feel bullish. I'm not entirely sure. So I was looking at Bitcoin dominance, and we were talking about it 2-3 days ago, the bounce off of 60 and the rejection at 62. It looks like we're getting that rejection at 62, but it's hard to tell right away. We have one red candle so far. If this continues the downside, then that's great for altcoins. If not, then, we could get some further upside. It might have to go all the way up to 64 to reject. Keep in mind, it didn't take much for it to go from 62 or from 60 to 62. So that amount of time could go by one more time for this, and then before the end of the month, we could get our big time rejection, and then alt season continuation. I am heavily invested in altcoins. I believe in alt season. I don't think that we've even begun alt season. I think that the people that think that we've started alt season are being overly cautious and maybe a little scared because of the market that we've experienced over the past 3 years. And I don't blame them, but at the same time, I don't want to be too bullish and, miss the top. I do have plans to take profits on the way up. You always make sure you're diversified. Don't invest more money than you can afford to lose. None of this is financial advice, all that fun stuff. But I'm ready, man. Even if I'm overly optimistic and way too on cloud 9, my judgment is completely clouded by bullishness. I don't care. I'm here to have fun, and the bullish part, The overhyped, crazy pumpage is the fun part to me. Tom Selleck's Code said, "Hey JJ, is this financial advice?" This is not. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you want to give me money, you can. I accept all kinds of bribes for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And if you want me to say something specific that doesn't involve other people losing money, and you want me to pay me to do that, then go ahead. I may or may not say it. I will say I will never promote something that could get my my followers wrecked, because I think that that's crazy that people do that. Rishab said, "I also believe in altcoins, planning to invest with 3 to 5x leverage." I actually like that number. I do. If you're interested in an exchange with no KYC, not financial advice, I do have a link in the description for my preferred site at the moment, which is Bitunix. Help support the channel if you sign up there. I also enjoy Ourbit. I signed up for Ourbit before Bitunix actually, but then Bitunix added Cardano deposit, so I signed up there. I'm a big Cardano guy. But Ourbit does have SNEK, which is a big holding of mine. But I hold mine decentralized, self-custody. But Bitunix, I like it. It's very similar to MXC, and when MXC enforced KYC, I was very upset. So when I found an alternative that was similar to it as far as the user interface goes, I was very excited. All right, let's see. Dong getting a little bit of a pullback here. Longer term, it's down quite significantly. I think I first looked at it back here, so it is still up over 100%. But price looks good. I'm happy with it. Chart looks great. Might buy some on DCA day. SNEK. Ooh, that pulse player said 61.8 broke. Nice. Let's go. Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's pumpy too, which means alts are more pumpy. Ooh, we're about to get that crazy rebound. I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited. It's teetering. It's teetering, man. We gotta wait for that close, but we could just plummet right now and then be happy with it. It does look like it wants to. SNEK always looks good. I'm always gonna accumulate a crap ton of SNEK as much as possible. This pullback has been very healthy. I'm waiting for a new all-time high, but I am accumulating. Strike has just been non-stop pumpathon. If you bought on this initial pullback, you would currently be up 191%. Strike is just amazing. Bodega is a decentralized peer-to-peer betting platform, much like Polymarket, but built on Cardano. A lot of fun, definitely worth checking out. Cock is just a brilliant meme coin. They're about to, they have like a food truck that's going to sell SNEK energy. From the local bottom, it is currently up 138%, so looks good. Ripe for accumulation, in my opinion. Not financial advice, obviously. 61.8 still. It is chipping away at that. And Bitcoin's getting pumpy, and alts are getting even more pumpy. Gotcha. Tishu said, is it okay to deposit stables directly from KYC centralized exchange to non-KYC centralized exchange? Or is it better to use a wallet in the middle? Hope I make sense. I guess I've never really had an issue, because, you know, I just pay my taxes. If you're trying to avoid paying taxes, you got to figure that out yourself. But I've never had any trouble sending assets from Coinbase to Bitunix or Ourbit. A lot of people like to send stablecoins. I've never sent stablecoins. Am I weird? Maybe that's a newer thing. Like within the last, I think that happened shortly after I got into the market. People started to normalize sending stablecoins because ETH got less unaffordable. But I don't know. I've never sent stablecoins, so it's always been a weird topic to discuss for me. I always just send the asset, and then I sell it for the stablecoin once it gets to its destination if I'm trying to leverage trade. But yeah, I've never had any issues. Just make sure that it's always on the same network. You know, do the same verification that you always do if you're sending assets. Bitcoin looking good. Bitcoin dominance still 61.8. It's right there. It's right there. It is sitting below technically, so it's just we gotta wait for it to hit that right moment for the number to round down. Chad, another brilliant meme coin. Highly recommend checking it out. Huge team behind him. Love them. Great guys. And Charles. Charles is one of my all-time favorites. They put a lot of effort into animations and stuff like that. Super duper fun for the space. I actually have a homemade Charles cardboard cutout, and he weirdly looks very similar to me. So, we're best buds. But yeah. Oh yeah, I also have SNEK. I think I've shown you guys these before. That's a SNEK. We're also best buds. We go on adventures together in the woods and shit. A lot of fun. It's a fun time. Always a fun time. 61.81. Okay, so it is getting that bounce right there. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pullback. Alts trying to linger. So we'll see where we go. Unverified said, this is my first bull market. I have an idea as to what it looks like based on price history, but no clue what it's going to be like psychologically. A lot of it depends on your risk tolerance. If you're overexposed, if you're under diversified. I guess my biggest piece of advice, don't chase pumps. Don't pivot. A lot of people will be like, oh, ADA's not pumping, but Algorand is. And then they sell all their ADA for Algorand. Algorand stops pumping. It dumps, and ADA starts pumping. And then they're like, oh, I missed the whole move. It's crazy. Tishu said, did you know that you have a scammer on your Discord? A lot of impersonators have tried to add me. Most of them aren't in my Discord. Right now, I do not have any impersonators. But yes, in case you guys are not aware, I've people have been impersonating me on Discord. Bots, scammers, the likes. I will never DM you and ask you for money. So just be aware of that. It's probably going to happen on Twitter as well. But yeah, Tishu, the best thing you can do is report them. Usually it'll tell you if there's a mutual server, which would be my Discord server. If you guys are both in my Discord server. But if there's no mutuals, then just ignore it and report it. Honestly, even if it's me and you're suspicious, report it. Because what's the worst thing that's going to happen to me? I'm going to have to verify my identity and then I'm not a scammer. So just be extra cautious. There's shady people out there. Bitcoin getting a little rejection here at that 119 level. Let's see how much we liquidated from these bears. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, we're right below a pretty hefty point right there, 95 million. 119, 131 is our next point. All right, right at the tip of that wick. But yeah, Tishu, appreciate the heads up. Report them if you can. But yeah, if they're not in my Discord, there's nothing I can do about it. Usually it's an impersonator with your name without a mutual server, which is an immediate red flag. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. If they're not in my server, I can't do anything about it, which sucks, but what are you going to do? I wish Discord had, like, I would KYC with Discord if I could to prevent that. That would be huge. And I know some people are like, oh, anonymity, whatever. It can be optional. Then you guys can see that I have the stupid little KYC badge or whatever it's called. Whatever they want to do to make it known that this person is KYC. But they're never going to do that. All right, fellas. I'm probably going to call it evening. Get some food in my body. Hopefully I got to jump back on for an emergency stream. We'll see what happens. But as always, I appreciate you guys for joining me. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Happy Wednesday. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.